Welcome to today's workout. Thank you for joining me. Today's session, we are going to be doing a full body metabolic conditioning workout. You are going to need some dumbbells, and I would advise that you have some water nearby. So if you need to grab those, you can pause the video, go grab them quickly, and then we shall get ourselves warmed up. So let's get moving. Let's start to just march on the spot. Okay, initially let's just think about how we're holding ourselves. Make sure that we're standing tall, taking the top of our head up to the ceiling. Let's make sure those shoulders are relaxed down away from our ears, and we've got the chest open to allow us to get plenty of air into our lungs. Then let's support it by engaging our core, pulling the belly button through the body as if we're trying to touch the spine, pulling in through the sides of the waist, just tightening up all those deep abdominal muscles. Okay, let's start to open that movement out now. Open it out, get more movement through the shoulders with the arms swinging by the side. Get those knees up a little bit higher. Make sure we're still engaging the core. Think about stabilizing the body as we're moving. And let's open up a little bit again. So now start to reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling as we're marching. Working opposite sides. Make sure we stay in the same spot, trying to deviate and move around. Good, okay, right, ready. Let's change it up, some heel kicks now. Now as we do these heel kicks, we're going to push-pull with the arms. Okay, you're bringing your heel up as close as you can to bum, as if you're trying to kick yourself. At the same time, we're opening through the chest. Reaching the arms forward, then pulling them right back, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Okay, make sure we still got our core switched on just to help stabilize. Get a good practice of doing that, we're going to need it later on. Good, okay. Okay, let's open and widen our stance, and we're going to rotate and press. So just twisting through the body, pressing out to the side. Really reach that arm. Imagine trying to push someone away from you. Think about keeping the shoulders down. And as we twist through the trunk. Engage the obliques. Use the obliques to twist, and let that back foot pivot. Let the hips drive that movement. Good, let's do one more. Let's get the legs moving now. Little squats for me. Okay, pushing the bum back, bring it back up. As we go down, think about letting the hamstrings, back of the thighs, pull you down. As the bum goes back, squeeze on the way up through your bum and the front of your thighs, your quads. Make sure we've got the tummy engaged, so we're keeping that just drawn in as we go. Keep good posture through the shoulders. Don't worry about how low you go, just get that movement really working. Feel those glutes tense. Okay, bring the hands down onto the knees, bum out, chest lifted. Now let's tuck it in. Bum under, chin in, create a C curve, and then extend it back out. Okay, let's go again. Tuck it in, pull in from the belly buttons, we drag the hips forwards, tuck that chin in, and then extend. Try and lengthen the spine as much as you can in between. Again, one more time, flex it in, and stretch it out. Lovely, last time, let's reach back with the leg, and forwards and up with the arms. Now as we do this, again, core is important, because we've got that single leg and split stance that we need to balance out. Make sure that we're not elevating the shoulders, but I want a big long reach. Okay, reach that leg out, that toe as far back as you can. Good, keep it going. Make sure you keep those abs tight for balance. 2, 1, one more, let's finish that off. Good, okay. Right, warm up done. Let's get ourselves straight into the workout. So, like I said, you're going to need some dumbbells, some of these exercises, so just have them nearby. What we're going to do, 45-second intervals, 15 seconds to change over. Our first exercise is going to be a forward lunge, okay? So, we're going to alternate forward lunges. Get down as deep as you can. Just make sure when we lunge, we've got good alignment through the knee. If you want something a little more challenging, maybe you want to try some split jumps. Okay, so first exercise is that. Then we're going to grab our weights. We're going to squat down, and we're going to bring them up to the side as we come up. Okay, so there are 2 exercises, 45 seconds of each. So no weights for the first one, just those forward lunges. We ready? Let's go. So, 2 options. Remember, we've got our forward lunges. What we want to do is try and keep ourselves moving for that 45 seconds. We want to make sure that we're doing this safely. So think about the alignment of that front knee and foot. So everything's pointing straight ahead as we go. Make sure we keep our posture open and upright. We don't want to be hunching over. That's going to throw our balance off. Remember, if you want something a little more challenging, maybe try these split jump lunges. Okay, so a little higher impact because we're having to almost land into that lunge. Okay, so only do this version if you're confident you can control the knee alignment, okay? Good, last few seconds, 2, 1, good. 15 seconds, little rest. Grab the dumbbells, let's just think of it as getting us prepared and ready for the next one. We're gonna go twice round through this. Okay, so feet underneath the hips, chest lifted, tummy tight, let's go. Squat it down first, arms out to the side as we come up. Okay, so we're just combining 2 movements, a predominantly lower body movement in the squats, and then an exercise that's promoting work through the shoulders for the upper body. Make sure that when we raise the arms, just to shoulder height, we don't want to elevate the shoulders. And think about keeping the chest open as well. Okay, those dumbbells should be going straight out to the side, not out in front of us, okay? So straight out to the side, pull the shoulders back as you raise them out, if anything. Good, last few seconds, 2, 1. Okay, put the dumbbells to one side. We go back to those lunges, so 2 rounds of everything. Okay, we've done this one, we know what to expect. Forward lunges or split jumps. Are we ready? 2, 1, let's go. So again, lunging forwards, we want to keep that tempo nice and consistent. Okay, we want to move along to our faster end of our speed and our abilities. Okay, we're not going to rest on our laurels and go, hey, this is nice and easy. We want to be pushing it. Okay, 45 seconds isn't the longest time, it's not short time either. Okay, so there's going to be a bit of endurance kicking in there, especially if you're doing those split jumps. Okay, so these are going to be more challenging because as we land, that means we've got more force going through the joints and we're having to control, so therefore those muscles are having to work harder. We've got 5 seconds left, so keep those abs tight, keep going, and stop, hold on. Good, grab the dumbbells. Okay, so then we're going to squat and then raise out to the side. Ready? Chest lifted, tummy tight, stand tall to start with. Let's go, bum back and raise. Let's make sure that when we go down into our squat, that we're not letting the shoulders drop forwards. Okay? Let me turn slightly sideways for you. Okay, so what we don't want to do is allow the back to round as we go into those squats. So using our abs to control the movement from the hips and the lower back. Just going to help stabilize it, string it all together. Good, okay. Keep it moving. Remember, make sure that we're not shrugging the shoulders as we come up with the arms. Good. We're standing tall as we do those lateral raises. Taking the arms straight out to the side, control them back down. And stop. Okay. Only a little break, so grab some more if you want. We're going for the next one. So we're going to do squat jack with a curl. So we're going to use the dumbbells still. We're going to go into a wide squat, and the dumbbells go between the legs. When we come up, curl. Okay? That's our first exercise. Second exercise, shoulder taps. We're going to be on our hands. We're going to touch the shoulder, opposite arm. And we're going to try and keep the body still. Okay, so take the feet wider, hands narrow. That's our shoulder taps. Now, if you struggle, drop your knees. Make sure your hips stay forwards though, or you can always elevate your hands as well. Okay, ready? Let's go back into it. Let's go. So we've got our squat jack and curl. If we need a low impact version, step into the squat. But make sure you alternate which side it goes each time, okay? So we're going to step out into the squat and then up and stand tall into the bicep curl. Or you're going to jump both feet together. Just make sure that we're not letting those dumbbells pull our shoulders forwards into a rounded posture. Okay, so keep the back nice and straight, as the arms are coming down from that squat. Come back, knees open, just like we've done before in our squats. Good, keep it going, last 2 seconds. 1, good. Shoulder taps now, so dumbbells down, side one out the way. On our hands, you can elevate your hands. We can go on the knees if we want to. I would suggest have your feet a little wider, hands a little narrower. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so just touching the shoulder. Now the key here is that we don't want to see any movement through the body. Okay? So it's no good letting the body twist over from side to side. You need to think about engaging your core and balancing yourself out on that supporting arm. Keep the arm out straight. Make sure you've got the shoulders down. You're going to have to make sure your weight is over your arms. If you try and push the weight back here from your feet, your bum's in the air, it's not good. Okay, we want to get that body in a straight line. Keep it strong and straight and still. Good, last 2, 1. Bring it back up. Well, grab your dumbbells. Back to a squat jack with the bicep curl, okay? So start in that wide squat and let's go. So wide squat up into a bicep curl. If you need the low impact variation of this, we're just going to step in and out instead, okay? Just make sure that when we're stepping out, that we alternate legs. I don't want you to keep going the same side and we end up moving all the way over, okay? So think about alternating which leg moves. If you're doing that low impact variation, still thinking the same thing for our squats, about keeping those shoulders back, chest lifted, keep the back neutral. Come on, keep it going. 2, 1. Good, weights to one side. That's our shoulder taps here, so upper body stability. Core's really important here. Good, set yourself over your arms. Remember, body in a straight line, let's go. Have the feet a little wider, it's going to make it a little easier for you. Think about engaging your core. So as we go to lift the hand off, don't rush it, okay? You want to have control. Smacking the shoulder shows me that you haven't got the control. Nice and slow, okay? Slower the better. It's going to force you to work harder. Again, if you're struggling, go to your knees. Okay, bring your hips forwards. Do it from there. Again, making sure that we're not letting the body switch from side to side. You can also be doing it with your hands elevated. The higher you elevate your hands, the less of your body weight you're working against. Okay, so lots of options there. 2, 1, stop. Well done. Okay, so grab some water whilst we're resting. And we quickly change exercises over. So 1 more superset to go. What we're going to do is we're going to use those dumbbells for both of these exercises. We're going into a reverse lunge. So hold the dumbbells up those shoulders. Reverse lunge. As we come up, we're going to press just the back leg side. Okay, then we'll go the other side and do that one. Okay, so every time we alternate with the leg, we're alternating the press. Then we're finishing off with bent over rows. So bum out behind you, hinge through the hips to make sure the back is straight. Let the arms relax, but pull the shoulders down, and then row up to the ribs or the hips, okay? So don't think about putting to the chest, it's a lot lower than that. Okay, we're ready, so we're gonna go with those reverse lunge press first. Let's go. So start the shoulders, lunge out of the back. Just the back leg side, and we're then gonna press up through that dumbbell. Okay, so as the legs alternate, we're also alternating that press. Now just make sure that when we lunge, again, alignment through that knee is vital. We don't want to put undue stress through the joint. When we press, let's make sure that we're stabilizing through the rest of the body. Okay, so watch out for your body leaning away from that elevated arm, okay? Good, keep those abs nice and tight throughout the movement. They're going to need to be working all the way. 2, 1, good. Okay, bend over rows next, so keep hold of those dumbbells. So remember, we're going to hinge through the hips. Okay, bum out, keep the back straight. Imagine you're trying to keep your spine long. Shoulders down, we row into the body. Ready? Let's go. We're staying down there, so what we need to make sure is that we're engaging the core. Again, just hollow in those abs. Okay, draw the belly button up through the body as if we're trying to touch the spine. And that's just going to help to stabilize and just give us a little support for our lower backs. Okay, the main thing is we need to make sure that we're definitely not flexing. Okay, so stick that bum out, chest lifted. Remember, nice low row. Okay, we're not putting it upwards, we're putting into the body. Shoulders down and into the body. Good, 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Nice, okay, 1 more round to go. Okay, so reverse lunge, single arm press. The press comes from the leg that went backwards on that same side. Okay, up to the shoulders, get ready. Engage the core, stand it tall. Let's go. So lunge it back and press. So as we're coming up from the lunge, that's where we're engaging the press. So almost continuing that movement. When the leg starts, we're continuing it with the arm and the dumbbell traveling upwards. Good, we need to make sure that our abs are switched on, nice and strong, to make sure that we're not compensating by leaning backwards or over to one side. Good, keep it moving. Again, just check your knee alignment for me with that lunge. Think about your range, get as low as you can. Don't have to come mimic me. And stop there. Last interval, bent over rows. So again, think of that position. That's key to this exercise, is mastering that initial position. Soft knees, bum back, lengthen the spine, hinge through the hips. Ready, go. So when we're rowing, make sure we're pulling the shoulders down, away from the ears, as we pull into the body. Okay, think about putting it in towards the ribs, slash the ribs and the hips, not up to the chest, okay? We don't want to shrug the shoulders up. We want to keep them low. We want to squeeze between those shoulder blades. Think about stretching open the chest as we're doing this. Good. Almost there, about 5 seconds left. Keep it going, make sure we're still in that nice position. 2, 1, and bring it up. Take the dumbbells to one side. Good. If you want to quickly grab a drink of water, do so. And then we're going to start stretching. Let's think about our breathing. Okay, so as we go, breathe it in through the nose and out through the mouth. Think about trying to slow everything down, okay? Let's go into our hamstring stretch now. Okay, so foot forwards. So again, to this hamstring stretch, we lift the toe, we keep the knee locked straight, we push the bum out, and we hinge through the hips. So you're going to recognize this position from our bent over row. Okay, so making sure the back is neutral, so think chest lifted or spine long, whatever one helps you there. And we're just feeling that stretch down the back of the thigh and relaxing into it. Now, if you struggle, you could always rest your bum against the wall. That's a nice way of just stabilizing the hips a bit. It can allow us to focus on the stretch more. Okay, let's switch it over. So again, the same thing on the other side. Pushing the bum out of the back. Think about lifting the toe. Remember, the more we lift the toe, the further down the hamstring, so near the knee, we're going to feel that stretch. If we can almost try and like arch the back a little bit, we're going to be taking the origin of the hamstrings further away. We're going to get that stretch higher up. Okay, so we've got those two things that we can focus on. Keeping the knee straight though, that's the most important. Good. Hip flexor stretch next. So, okay, so split the stance. Go into that hip flexor stretch. What we're doing is we're tilting the hips, pulling them forwards. Imagine you're trying to stack your hips over the front leg. That back foot on the toe is your anchor. As we're pulling forwards, we should get a stretch along the front of the back leg, okay? So we're pulling the hips forwards and up, using our core there to lift, using our glutes to pull down the back. And just trying to relax into that stretch once we found it. Good, switch over to the other side. So again, get that hip flexor stretch. So split stance, we're driving or pulling forwards with the rest of the body. We're getting that stretch, opening up through our hip flexor there. Okay, we're standing tall, we're engaging the core, we're lifting, pulling in and up. Make sure that we keep the shoulders nice and set, so good posture through the shoulders. Watch out that we're not twisting the hips at all, keep them pointing forwards too. Nice, okay, little stretch through the shoulders, take one arm across the body, thumb on top. Just use your other arm just to give that little extra stretch, pulling across. Watch out that we don't jump the shoulder up, so try and keep the shoulders level as we do this. And try and relax again. Remember, control the breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, one more. Let's go to the other side. So again, thumb on top, we're going to use the arm just to pull across, stand tall, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and again. Right, let's open the arms out now. Both arms reaching out to the side. Set those shoulders down, open the chest. So we're pulling the shoulders to the back of the room. Breathe in through the nose, expand the chest, and breathe out, pull the shoulders back further if you can. Just make sure we keep the shoulders down away from the ears and we don't lean back as we pull them back. So again, one more time, breathe in, expand the chest, and pull those shoulders back as we breathe out. Nice. Just let everything relax, go floppy, give it a shake out. We're just going to finish with one last shoulder roll. So big breath in for me through your nose as we bring the shoulders up. And as we pull them back and down, breathing out through the mouth. One more time. Amazing. Give it a shake out if you want to. That brings us to the end of the workout. Great work. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. So if you have any questions at all, please get in contact with me. Remember, these are short, sharp, intense workouts designed specifically to give you maximum results in a short amount of time so we can fit them into a busy schedule. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Well done for toning up today, getting it done. You can tick today off of our goal of exercise. And I hope to see you at the next workout. Well done, everyone. See you soon.